My beloved child, this message has reached you for a reason. Do not ignore these words, because the moment you are living right now is not an accident. There are moments you assume to be merely part of the ordinary flow of time, yet in truth, they are sacred moments where I reach toward your heart and remind you that I have never forgotten you. Before you clicked on this message, before your eyes began reading these words, I already knew the questions hidden inside your soul, the worries you carried silently, and the prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. My child, I want you to understand something today. The season you are walking through is not empty. The delays you have faced are not signs that I have abandoned you. The closed doors you cried over were not meant to destroy you. I was protecting you, shaping you, and preparing a path that your eyes could not yet see. You looked at yesterday and wondered why certain things happened. You looked at tomorrow and wondered if everything would ever become better. But I am telling you now, do not allow fear to become the voice that guides your future. I am already standing in every tomorrow you are worried about. I have already walked through the valleys you fear entering. Nothing ahead of you is greater than the power that walks beside you. My beloved child, there were nights when your heart felt heavy, when you smiled in front of others but carried battles inside that no one noticed. You wondered, does God see how tired I am? Does he know how much I am trying? Listen carefully, my child. I saw every tear you wiped away quickly. I heard every prayer that came without words. I understood every moment when your heart was too exhausted to explain its pain. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not walking alone. The world may measure you by your success, your achievements, your possessions, and the approval of others, but I do not see you through those things. I see the heart I created. I see the courage you showed when you continued walking even when the road was difficult. I see the faith you held when everything around you gave you reasons to give up. My child, if these words are touching your heart, write, I trust you, God, as a declaration of your faith. Let this not only be a comment, but a reminder to your own spirit that you are choosing trust over fear, hope over despair, and faith over doubt. And stay with me until the end of this message, because there are words your heart needs to receive. There are reminders waiting for you that will strengthen your spirit and help you see your journey with new eyes. My beloved child, you have asked many times why some blessings seem delayed. You have wondered why certain prayers appear unanswered. But you must understand that silence does not mean absence. When a seed is placed beneath the ground, no one sees the growth happening underneath. The surface looks unchanged, but hidden beneath the soil, roots are becoming stronger. This is what I have been doing within you. You asked me for a blessing, but I was preparing your heart to carry it. You asked me for a new door, but I was building wisdom inside you before you entered it. You asked me to change your circumstances, but first I began changing the way you saw yourself. Because, my child, the greatest miracle is not only what happens around you. The greatest miracle is what happens within you. There were moments when you thought you were losing everything, but I was removing what could not go with you into your next season. There were relationships, situations, and plans that you wanted to hold tightly, but I saw what they would do to your heart later. What looked like rejection was sometimes protection. What felt like an ending was sometimes the beginning of something greater. Trust me when the path changes. Trust me when the timing feels different from what you expected. Trust me when you cannot understand everything. A child does not need to know the entire journey when holding the hand of a loving father. The child only needs to know who is leading the way. And I am leading you. My beloved child, stop punishing yourself for the mistakes of yesterday. Stop replaying moments that I have already offered to heal. You cannot step fully into the future while carrying every chain from the past. Give those burdens to me. Give me the guilt you have carried for too long. Give me the fears that visit your thoughts at night. Give me the memories that still bring pain. There is nothing inside you too broken for my love to restore. There is no chapter of your story that I cannot rewrite with grace. You see broken pieces. I see something beautiful that can still be created. You see delays. I see preparation. You see weakness. I see a place where my strength can shine. My child, do not compare your journey with another person's journey. The flower does not question why another flower blooms first. Each one opens at its appointed time. In the same way, your season has its own timing. Your blessing has its own path. Your story has its own purpose. Do not lose your peace because someone else appears ahead of you. What belongs to you will not miss you when you continue walking with faith. The dreams you placed in my hands are not forgotten. The prayers you thought disappeared were heard. The moments when you chose kindness even while hurting, when you kept believing even while waiting, when you kept loving even after disappointment, I saw them all. Nothing done with a sincere heart is wasted. My beloved child, today I am inviting you into a deeper trust. Not a trust that only believes when everything is easy, but a trust that remains when the answers have not yet arrived. Because true faith grows in unknown places. True strength is formed in difficult seasons. True peace is discovered when you realize that I have been with you the entire time. If your heart receives this message, type, Amen, I believe, and let your words become a declaration that you are ready to walk forward with courage. And if you feel happy with my words, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, and share it with someone whose heart may need encouragement today. Sometimes one message of hope arrives at exactly the moment someone is praying for strength. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, remember this before you continue forward. I have never left you, not during the storms, not during the waiting, not during the nights when you felt unseen. I was there. I am here now, and I will walk with you into everything that is coming. The story is not finished. The promise is not forgotten. The road ahead still carries moments of grace, healing, and blessings you have not yet imagined. Keep walking, my child. Your Father is still guiding you. My beloved child, listen carefully to what I am speaking into your heart today, because these words are not arriving by mistake. There are moments when you feel as though you are standing in the middle of a long road with no clear sign showing you where to go next. You look behind and see everything you survived. You look ahead and wonder how everything will come together. But I want you to remember this truth. The path that feels uncertain to you is already known by me. The future that causes your heart to worry is already held safely in my hands. My child, you have spent many days trying to understand every detail. You have asked why some things happened, why certain people walked away, why some opportunities disappeared, and why some prayers seemed to take longer than you expected. But I want you to understand that there are things I am doing beyond what your eyes can recognize. There are blessings being prepared in places you cannot see. There are answers moving toward you even while you feel surrounded by silence. Do not mistake my silence for my absence. Do not believe that because you cannot see movement, nothing is happening. The deepest roots grow beneath the ground where no one is watching. The strongest foundations are built before the building rises. In the same way, I have been strengthening parts of you that no one else can see. I have been teaching you patience when you wanted immediate answers. I have been teaching you courage when fear tried to control your heart. I have been teaching you trust when life did not happen according to your plans. My beloved child, I know you have carried questions that you do not speak aloud. Sometimes you wonder if you missed your chance. Sometimes you wonder if too much time has passed. Sometimes you look at your past and think your mistakes are stronger than my purpose for you. But hear me clearly. Your mistakes do not have more power than my mercy. Your delays do not have more authority than my timing. Your fears do not have a louder voice than my promises. I did not create you to live trapped inside yesterday. I created you to grow, to rise, to learn, and to walk forward with a heart that understands my love more deeply. The chapters behind you have taught you lessons, but they do not have permission to imprison you. What happened before is not greater than what I can still do. The pain you experienced is not the final sentence of your story. I can take what wounded you and use it to create wisdom. I can take what disappointed you and use it to build strength. I can take what looked like failure and transform it into preparation. My child, if you believe that I am still working in your life, right, my faith remains strong, and let those words remind your own heart that the story is not over. Let your declaration become a seed of hope planted in your spirit. And continue listening until the end. Because sometimes the answer you have been searching for arrives through one simple reminder that awakens your faith again. My beloved child, I want you to release the weight of trying to control everything. You were never meant to carry tomorrow before it arrives. You were never created to hold every burden alone. There are worries you have carried for months, even years, that I have been asking you to place into my hands. You pray about something, but then you pick the worry back up again. You ask me to guide you, but then fear tells you that you must solve everything by yourself. My child, trust requires surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. Surrender means finally allowing my wisdom to guide what your fear cannot fix. There are doors you tried to force open because you believed they were the only way forward. But I saw what was behind those doors. I saw what your heart could not see. I protected you from paths that looked beautiful on the outside, but would have taken your peace away. One day you will thank me not only for the prayers I answered, but also for the things I prevented. One day you will understand why certain delays were gifts. One day you will see that my hand was guiding you, even when you thought nothing was changing. My beloved child, stop measuring my love by how quickly circumstances change. My love has been constant through every season. I loved you when you were strong. I loved you when you were confused. I loved you when your faith felt unshakable, and I loved you when your heart was filled with questions. You do not have to pretend before me. Bring me your honest heart. Bring me your doubts. Bring me your fears. Bring me the dreams you are afraid to hope for again. I am not looking for perfect words. I am looking for your trust. The world often tells you that you must prove your worth, that you must achieve more, become more, and collect approval from others before you can feel valuable. But my child, your value was never created by the opinions of people. Before anyone recognized you, I knew you. Before anyone praised you, I loved you. Before anyone saw your potential, I placed purpose within you. Do not allow temporary voices to erase eternal truth. My beloved child, there are gifts inside you that difficult seasons have not destroyed. There is kindness inside you that pain could not remove. There is strength inside you that storms helped reveal. You may have walked through things you never expected, but you are still here. You are still growing. You are still being guided. That itself is evidence that I have been carrying you. Every time you thought you could not continue, but somehow found strength for another day, I was there. Every time your heart was breaking, but you still chose love, I was there. Every time you prayed through tears, I was listening. So today, breathe again. Release the pressure that tells you everything must be solved immediately. Walk one step at a time. Trust one day at a time. Let your heart return to peace one moment at a time. The journey ahead does not require you to know everything. It only asks you to trust the one who walks with you. My beloved child, the blessings prepared for you are not only about receiving more things, they are about becoming who you were created to be, a person filled with peace, a person guided by love, a person who carries light into places filled with darkness. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep walking forward. If this message speaks to your spirit, comment. I will keep trusting, as a reminder that you are choosing faith even before you see the full picture. Remember, my child, I am not finished with you. The road continues. The purpose remains. The promise is still alive. I walked with you yesterday. I am holding you today. And I am already preparing your tomorrow. My beloved child, there is something I want your heart to understand today. The battles you have faced did not arrive to erase your purpose. The storms you walked through did not come to prove that you were forgotten. Even in the moments when everything around you seemed uncertain, even when your heart quietly asked why the road had become so difficult, I was still beside you, guiding you through places you never thought you could survive. There were seasons when you looked at your life and wondered if anything was truly changing. You prayed, you waited, you hoped, yet your eyes could not see the answers you desired. But my child, you must remember that not every miracle begins where human eyes can notice. Some of the greatest transformations begin silently inside the heart. Before a tree grows tall enough to provide shade, its roots must first grow deep where no one can see. Before a beautiful sunrise appears, the world must pass through the quiet hours of night. Before a new chapter begins, There are moments of preparation that feel hidden. This is what I have been doing within you. I have been strengthening your roots. I have been preparing your heart. I have been shaping your spirit for what is ahead. My child, you often ask me to change your situation, but sometimes the first miracle I create is changing the way you see the situation. I give you peace before the problem disappears. I give you courage before the door opens. I give you strength before the mountain moves. Because when your heart becomes stronger, you realize that what once frightened you no longer has control over you. My beloved child, remember the nights when you thought you could not continue. Remember the moments when you carried pain that no one noticed. Remember when you encouraged others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. I saw it all. I saw the kindness you gave when your own heart was tired. I saw the patience you showed when you were waiting for answers. I saw the faith you held onto when doubt tried to pull you away. Nothing done with love disappears before me. Nothing given from a sincere heart is wasted. If these words are reaching a place deep inside your soul, write, God is restoring me. And let that declaration remind your heart that healing is already happening, even in places you cannot yet see. Stay with this message until the end, my child, because every word is meant to help you release fear, strengthen your faith, and remember the truth that you are never walking alone. My beloved child, I know there are things from your past that still visit your thoughts. There are moments you wish you could change. There are decisions you wish you understood sooner. There are memories that sometimes make you question yourself. But listen carefully. Your past is a place of learning, not a place where you are meant to live forever. Do not build a home inside yesterday's pain. Do not keep punishing yourself for chapters that I am trying to heal. You cannot receive the fullness of a new season while refusing to release the weight of the old one. Give those things to me. Give me the moments that still hurt. Give me the regrets you have carried quietly. Give me the questions that remain unanswered. I can bring peace even where you never received an explanation. Sometimes closure does not come from understanding why everything happened. Sometimes closure comes from trusting that I was with you through everything that happened. My beloved child, there are people who misunderstood you. There are situations where others did not see your heart. There were times when you gave your best, but the outcome was different from what you hoped. Do not allow disappointment to turn your heart cold. Do not allow painful experiences to steal the beauty I placed inside you. The world needs the kindness that remains within you. The world needs the light I created you to carry. You may think your struggles made you weaker, but look again, my child. You became more compassionate because you knew pain. You became more understanding because you experienced difficulty. You became stronger because you walked through storms and discovered that you were never alone. What was meant to break you became something that shaped you. What felt like an ending became part of your preparation. My beloved child, stop believing that you are behind. Stop looking at the lives of others and thinking I have forgotten your own. Every person has a different path. Every purpose has a different process. Every blessing has an appointed time. A flower does not lose its beauty because it blooms in a different season. Neither do you. Your timing is not a mistake. Your journey is not a failure. Your story is not finished. The things I am preparing for you require the person I am preparing within you. Sometimes I delay what you desire because I am developing what you need. I am growing wisdom. I am building patience. I am teaching you to recognize what truly matters. Because a blessing received with an unprepared heart can become heavy, but a blessing received with wisdom becomes something beautiful. My child, I want you to begin looking at yourself through my eyes. Stop repeating the words spoken by fear. Stop carrying labels that pain placed on you. You are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the opinions of people who never understood your journey. You are my creation. You are loved. You are guided. You are still becoming. Every day you choose faith over fear, something inside you grows stronger. Every day you choose forgiveness over bitterness, your heart becomes freer. Every day you choose hope over despair, light rises within you again. My beloved child, The road ahead will not always reveal every step at once. But you do not need the entire map when you trust the one who leads you. Walk with me today. Trust me today. Rest in my presence today. The answers you seek are not always found by running faster. Sometimes they are discovered when you become still enough to hear my voice. If this message has reminded your heart to keep believing, comment, "My hope is alive," as a sign that you are ready to continue forward with faith. My child, remember this truth as you move into the next chapter of your life. Nothing you surrendered to me is forgotten. No prayer spoken from your heart is ignored. No tear you cried in silence was unseen. I was with you in the beginning. I am with you in this moment. And I will remain with you through every tomorrow. Continue walking, my beloved child, because what I am creating within you is greater than what you lost behind you. Your healing is happening. Your strength is returning. Your story is still unfolding in my hands. My beloved child, listen closely because I know there are words your heart has been waiting to hear. There are places inside you that have remained silent for a long time. Places where you placed dreams you thought would never happen, prayers you thought were unanswered, and hopes you were afraid to carry again. But I want you to know today that nothing you have placed into my hands with faith has ever been forgotten. You may forget the exact night you prayed. You may forget the words you spoke through tears. You may forget the moments when your heart reached toward me because you felt there was nowhere else to turn. But my child, I remember everything. I remember the prayers that came from your deepest pain. I remember the promises you held onto when everything around you looked impossible. There are things you thought were buried forever that I was only protecting until the right time. There are dreams you thought had ended that I was reshaping into something greater. There are blessings you thought you lost that I was preparing differently than you expected. My child, do not measure my faithfulness by your current circumstances. What you see today is only one page. I see the entire story. You see a moment of difficulty, but I see the transformation being created through it. You see the waiting, but I see the strength growing inside you while you wait. There were times when you asked me why the road was taking longer than expected. You watched others receive things you were still praying for. You wondered if your turn would ever arrive. You smiled for others while secretly asking when your own breakthrough would come. I saw that quiet question inside your heart. I saw the moments when you celebrated others, even while carrying your own unanswered prayers. I saw the strength it took to continue believing. And my beloved child, I want you to understand this. Another person's blessing is not proof that yours has been denied. Their season does not cancel your season. Their open door does not close the door I have prepared for you. What belongs to you will arrive according to my perfect timing. Do not rush your growth because you are comparing your journey. Do not abandon your peace because someone else's path looks different. I created every soul with a unique purpose, and I am guiding yours with the same love and attention. If these words remind you that your time is still coming, write, "I trust your timing," and let that declaration strengthen your heart whenever impatience tries to steal your peace. Continue listening until the end, my child, because the words ahead are meant to help you release what is heavy and step into a deeper place of faith. My beloved child, I know waiting is not easy. I know there are days when patience feels difficult. You wonder if waiting means standing still, but waiting with faith is never wasted time. While you wait, I am working. While you wait, I am healing. While you wait, I am preparing. Think about the seasons of nature. The earth does not produce fruit every day, but that does not mean the tree is useless during the quiet seasons. During the unseen moments, life is still moving. Roots are growing deeper. Strength is forming. Preparation is happening. You are the same, my child. The seasons where you felt nothing was changing were often the seasons where I was changing you the most. I was teaching your heart not to depend only on what you can see. I was teaching your spirit to remain steady even when circumstances move slowly. Because faith that only survives comfortable seasons has shallow roots, but faith that remains through storms becomes unshakable. My beloved child, I know you have carried burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. You have worried about things that have not happened. You have imagined problems that never arrived. You have spent energy fighting battles in your mind that I was already handling. Release them. Give me tomorrow. Give me the unknown. Give me the situations you cannot control. You are not created to live every day under the weight of endless fear. You are created to walk with trust. You are created to breathe with peace. You are created to live knowing that you are held. My child, there is a difference between preparation and worry. Preparation moves with wisdom, but worry moves with fear. Preparation listens for guidance, but worry believes everything depends only on you. You are not alone in this journey. You never were. Even during the moments when you thought you were standing by yourself, I was quietly giving you strength. Who gave you courage when you thought you had none left? Who helped you rise after the moments that broke your heart? Who carried you through days you once thought you could never survive? I was there, my child. I have always been there. My beloved child, today I want you to forgive yourself for not knowing everything earlier. You judge yourself for decisions you made when you were learning. You criticize yourself for moments when you were simply trying to survive. But I do not look at you with the harshness you sometimes use against yourself. I see growth. I see effort. I see a heart that is still reaching for light. Allow yourself to become new. Allow yourself to grow beyond old versions of yourself. The person you were yesterday taught you lessons, but the person you are becoming needs your permission to move forward. My child, every morning is a reminder that I still create new beginnings. The sunrise does not ask yesterday's darkness for permission to shine. It simply rises. Rise again. Believe again. Hope again. Love again. Do not allow one difficult chapter to convince you that the entire story is painful. There is still beauty ahead. There are still moments that will make your heart grateful. There are still doors you have not seen. There are still reasons to keep walking. My beloved child, when fear whispers that nothing will change, answer with faith. When doubt says the journey is too long, remember how far you have already come. When your heart feels tired, rest in me instead of giving up. Your strength does not come from having everything figured out. Your strength comes from knowing that I am with you. If this message has brought peace into your heart, comment, "I will walk by faith," as a reminder that you are choosing trust even before everything becomes clear. My child, remember this today and carry it with you. The waiting season is not empty. The quiet season is not forgotten. The difficult season is not the end. I am working in ways you cannot see. I am preparing things you cannot imagine. I am guiding steps you have not taken yet. Continue forward with courage. Your prayers are heard. Your heart is known. Your life is held in my hands. And the same love that carried you through yesterday will guide you into every tomorrow that is still waiting for you. My beloved child, hear my voice in this moment, because there are seasons when your heart needs to be reminded of a truth that the noise of the world tries to make you forget. You are not walking through your life unseen. You are not carrying your battles without help. You are not standing in a place where my love cannot reach you. Even when the road becomes difficult, even when your strength feels small, even when your heart quietly wonders how much longer you must continue, I am still beside you. My child, there have been many moments when you looked at your circumstances and believed nothing was moving. You saw the same struggles, the same challenges, the same unanswered questions, and you wondered if anything was truly changing. But I want you to understand that the greatest work often happens in places hidden from human eyes. A seed does not see the garden it will become while it is covered beneath the soil. It only experiences the darkness around it. But deep inside that hidden place, something powerful is happening. Growth begins before anything appears on the surface. In the same way, I have been working within you. I have been growing patience in the waiting. I have been creating wisdom through the lessons. I have been building strength through the moments when you thought you had none left. Do not reject the season you are in simply because you cannot yet see the results. Every step has meaning. Every lesson has purpose. Every moment placed in my hands can become part of something greater. My beloved child, I know you have asked why some doors remained closed. I know you wondered why certain situations did not happen the way you hoped. You thought that because something ended, your blessing ended with it. But listen carefully. Sometimes I close a door because I see what is behind it. Sometimes I redirect your steps because I know where that road will lead. Sometimes I remove what you are holding because your hands must become free to receive what I am preparing. You may see the loss, but I see the protection. You may see the delay, but I see the perfect moment approaching. You may see an unanswered prayer, but I see a greater answer forming. My child, trust does not mean you understand every detail. Trust means you believe my love remains, even when you cannot understand the details. If these words are speaking to your heart today, type, "I trust God's plan," and let your own spirit hear your declaration. Let it become a reminder that fear will not lead your life, because faith is rising inside you. Stay with this message until the very end, my beloved child, because there are words ahead that your heart may need during a difficult night, a confusing season, or a moment when you need strength to continue. My child, there is something else I want you to release today. Release the belief that you must be perfect before you come closer to me. You have hidden parts of yourself because you thought your struggles made you unworthy. You thought your questions, your weaknesses, and your mistakes pushed me away. But I do not come only when you are strong. I come when you are tired. I come when you are searching. I come when your heart has no words left. I do not ask you to hide your wounds from me. I ask you to bring them to me. A doctor does not heal what a patient refuses to reveal. In the same way, allow my love to enter the places you have kept hidden. Allow my peace to touch the memories that still hurt. Allow my truth to replace the fears you have believed for too long. My beloved child, stop speaking to yourself with words I never spoke over you. You say, "I am not enough." But I say, "You are loved." You say, "I have failed too many times." But I say, "You can begin again." You say, "My story is broken." But I say, "I am still writing it." Do not let temporary emotions become permanent beliefs. Feelings change, circumstances change, people change, but my love for you remains. There were moments when you thought you were falling apart, but you were actually being reshaped. There were moments when you thought everything was ending, but a new beginning was quietly forming. My beloved child, the person you are becoming has been shaped by every valley you survived. Your compassion grew because you experienced pain. Your wisdom grew because you walked through uncertainty. Your faith grew because you learned to trust without seeing the entire path. Nothing has been wasted. The tears were seen. The prayers were heard. The quiet battles were noticed. You are not behind, you are being prepared. My child, remember that a beautiful story is not made only of easy chapters. The moments of struggle often reveal the greatest transformation. The mountain may look difficult while you are climbing, but when you reach a higher place, you understand how every step strengthened you. Do not quit in the middle of your becoming. Do not walk away from hope, because the process feels longer than expected. I am still working. I am still guiding. I am still opening the way. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. Also, my beloved child, if these words bring peace into your heart and remind you of my presence, support this message by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with another soul who may be silently praying for encouragement today. My child, as you continue your journey, remember this. You do not need to have every answer before you take the next step. You only need to know that I am walking with you. When the path feels unclear, I remain your guide. When your strength feels small, I remain your strength. When your heart feels uncertain, I remain your peace. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep your heart open. The chapter ahead is not empty. The future ahead is not without purpose. The prayers you placed in my hands are still remembered. I was with you when the journey began. I am with you in this very moment. And I will continue walking with you until everything I have prepared unfolds in its perfect time. My beloved child, trust me. The story I am writing with your life is far greater than what you can see today. My beloved child, Come closer and allow these words to reach the quiet places of your heart. There are things inside you that you have carried for so long that you have started believing they are a permanent part of your life. There are fears you became familiar with, burdens you learned to hide, and questions you stopped asking because you thought the answers would never arrive. But today, I want to remind you that what has been with you for a long time is not always meant to stay with you forever. The weight you carry is not your identity. The pain you experienced is not your name. The season you are passing through is not the complete story of your life. My child, I see beyond this moment. I see beyond your confusion. I see beyond the situations that make you wonder if anything good can still come. You see scattered pieces, but I see how everything can come together. You see unfinished chapters, but I see the beautiful story I am still creating. There were moments when you looked at yourself and focused only on what was missing. You saw the dreams that had not happened yet. You saw the prayers still waiting for answers. You saw the areas where you believed you should already be further ahead. But I saw something different. I saw growth that you ignored. I saw courage that you did not recognize. I saw strength forming in places where you only noticed struggle. My beloved child, sometimes you are so focused on reaching the destination that you forget to recognize how much transformation has already happened along the journey. The person standing here today has survived things that once felt impossible. The heart beating inside you has continued loving even after disappointment. The spirit within you has continued searching for light even after walking through darkness. Do not overlook the miracle of your own endurance. You are still here. You are still growing. You are still being guided. My child, if these words remind you that I am still working in your life, write, God is renewing me, and let this become your declaration that you believe your current season is not your final destination. Continue watching until the end, because the words ahead are meant to strengthen your faith, restore your hope, and remind you that your journey has never been outside my hands. My beloved child, there is something important I want you to understand. Healing is not always instant, but every step toward healing matters. Sometimes you expect yourself to recover immediately from things that deeply affected your heart. You wonder why certain memories still hurt or why some fears still appear. But be gentle with yourself. A garden does not bloom the moment the seed is planted. A wound does not heal the second it is touched. Growth has a process, and I am with you through every stage of that process. Do not condemn yourself because you are still learning. Do not reject yourself because you are still healing. Do not think I have abandoned you because you are still growing. I walk with you through the process, not only after the process is complete. My love is not waiting for a future version of you. My love is with you now. My beloved child, the world often teaches you to hide your weakness. It tells you to appear strong, to cover your struggles, and to pretend everything is perfect. But I see the truth behind every mask. I know the moments when your smile hides exhaustion. I know the moments when your silence carries thousands of thoughts. And I want you to know this. You do not have to pretend with me. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to earn the love I freely give. Bring me the real you. Bring me the tired heart. Bring me the unanswered questions. Bring me the dreams you are afraid to believe in again. It is in honesty that healing begins. My child, I am not searching for a perfect heart. I am searching for an open heart, a heart willing to trust again, a heart willing to rise again, a heart willing to believe that something beautiful can still come. You have spent enough time criticizing yourself for what you are not. Now allow yourself to recognize what I have placed within you. There is kindness inside you. There is purpose inside you. There is strength inside you that difficulties could not remove. The storms changed some things around you, but they did not remove my purpose from you. My beloved child, there were moments when you wondered why you had to walk through certain valleys. You asked why some roads were harder than others. But there are lessons learned in valleys that cannot be learned on mountaintops. The valley taught you compassion. The waiting taught you patience. The uncertainty taught you faith. The moments when you felt weak taught you where true strength comes from. One day, the very experience you thought would destroy you may become the testimony that encourages someone else not to give up. Your healing can become hope for another person. Your story can become light for someone still walking through darkness. Your survival can remind another heart that restoration is possible. My beloved child, do not hide the light I am growing inside you. Do not believe your story has no value because it contains difficult chapters. A book without challenges cannot show victory. A journey without obstacles cannot reveal perseverance. The parts you wanted to erase may become the very parts where my grace shines the brightest. So today, release shame. Release comparison. Release the thought that you are too late. You are not late when you are walking with the one who created time. You are not lost when you are holding the hand of the one who knows the way. My child, your next step does not require complete understanding. It requires trust. Trust when the path changes. Trust when answers take time. Trust when growth feels slow. Trust when you cannot see what I am preparing. If this message has strengthened your heart today, comment, "I will continue with faith," and let those words remind you that you are choosing hope over fear. My beloved child, remember this as you move forward. Every season has purpose. Every lesson can create wisdom. Every moment surrendered into my hands can become something meaningful. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not beyond restoration. The same love that carried you through your hardest days is still carrying you now. Continue walking. Continue believing. Continue opening your heart. Because what I am creating within you is deeper than what you can see, and the work I have started in your life is still unfolding beautifully. I am with you, my child. Today, tomorrow, and through every step still waiting ahead. My beloved child, listen to what I am placing upon your heart today, because there are moments when you need to stop looking only at what is happening around you and begin recognizing what I am creating within you. You have spent many seasons asking when the situation will change, when the door will open, when the answer will arrive, but my child, while you were waiting for things around you to transform, I was lovingly transforming something much deeper inside you. I was teaching your heart to become stronger. I was teaching your spirit to remain peaceful. I was teaching your faith to stand even when circumstances were uncertain. You thought the waiting season was only about receiving something, but I was showing you that the journey itself was shaping you into the person prepared for the blessing ahead. My child, there are blessings that require a prepared heart. There are doors that require wisdom before you walk through them. There are places I desire to take you where old fears and old patterns cannot come with you. That is why I have been patiently working within you, removing what would hold you back and strengthening what will help you move forward. Do not become angry at the process. Do not reject the lessons. Do not believe that slow growth means no growth. A tree that stands for many years does not become strong overnight. Its roots grow deeper through seasons of wind and rain. In the same way, the storms you survived have been creating roots of faith within you. My beloved child, I saw when you almost gave up. I saw when your heart became tired from trying again and again. I saw when you questioned if your efforts mattered because the results were not visible. But I want you to remember this. Every step taken with faith matters. Every act of love matters. Every moment when you choose hope instead of bitterness matters. Nothing done from a sincere heart disappears before me. You may not always see the impact of your kindness. You may not always understand why you had to continue walking through certain seasons. But one day you will look back and realize that I was connecting pieces you thought were unrelated. The disappointment taught you wisdom. The waiting taught you patience. The struggle revealed strength. The unknown taught you trust. My beloved child, if this message is reminding your heart that your journey has meaning, write, "My season has purpose," and let this declaration remind you that nothing placed into my hands is wasted. Stay with me until the end of this message, because there are words your spirit still needs to hear. There are reminders that will help you walk forward with courage and understand that the story I am writing is much greater than the chapter you are currently reading. My child, there is a reason I continue reminding you not to live trapped by fear. Fear shows you everything that could go wrong, but faith reminds you of who is walking with you. Fear tells you that you are alone, but faith remembers that my presence has never left. How many times did you worry about things that I carried you through? How many nights did you think you could not face tomorrow, yet strength arrived when tomorrow came? How many situations looked impossible until you finally saw a way forward? My child, I was there in every one of those moments. I was the quiet strength that helped you rise. I was the peace that appeared when everything around you felt uncertain. I was the hope that remained when everything else seemed lost. Do not forget the moments I already carried you through when you faced the moments still ahead. My beloved child, your memory of my faithfulness will become strength for your future. When fear tries to convince you that you will not overcome, remember what you have already survived. Remember the mountains that once looked impossible, but are now behind you. You are stronger than you realize because you have never been walking alone. There are also people and situations you need to release from your heart. Not because they did not matter, but because holding on to what I am asking you to release prevents you from receiving what comes next. Some endings are painful, but they create space for new beginnings. Some changes feel uncomfortable, but they lead you toward growth. Some paths close because your journey is moving in a different direction. Trust me even when I guide you away from something familiar. My child, sometimes you pray for new things while still holding tightly to old things. You ask for peace, but continue carrying resentment. You ask for healing, but continue reopening old wounds. You ask for a new chapter, but continue reading the pages that already ended. Today, I invite you to release. Release what hurt you. Release what disappointed you. Release the need to understand every reason before you move forward. Freedom begins when you stop carrying what was never meant to remain in your hands. My beloved child, forgiveness does not mean the pain was acceptable. Forgiveness means you are choosing not to allow that pain to control the rest of your journey. Your heart was created to carry love, not endless bitterness. Your mind was created to receive peace, not constant worry. Your life was created for purpose, not for living inside yesterday's wounds. Allow me to heal what you cannot heal alone. Allow me to restore what feels broken. Allow me to bring light into the places that have been hidden for too long. My child, there is still beauty waiting ahead of you. There are still moments that will make you grateful you continued. There are still connections, opportunities, lessons, and blessings prepared along the road. Do not let a difficult season convince you that every season will be difficult. The night does not last forever. The storm does not remain forever. The waiting does not continue forever. Every season has its appointed time. If these words have renewed your hope today, comment, "I choose faith over fear," and let your heart declare that fear will not decide your future. My beloved child, continue walking with courage. Even small steps taken in faith can lead to places greater than you imagined. Do not underestimate the power of continuing. You do not need to become someone else. You need to become more connected to who I created you to be. A person of love. A person of courage. A person who carries light. Remember, I am still working in your life. I am still opening doors at the right time. I am still preparing blessings that match the purpose I placed within you. Rest your heart. Trust my timing. Follow my guidance. The same hands that held you yesterday are holding you today, and those same hands will lead you safely into everything prepared for your tomorrow. My beloved child, keep believing. The journey continues, and I am walking every step with you. My beloved child, come closer and listen with your heart, because there are truths I desire to place within you that will carry you through the seasons ahead. You have spent so much time searching for answers outside yourself, looking for signs, waiting for circumstances to change, hoping that when everything finally becomes perfect, your heart will finally find peace. But my child, the peace I give you does not begin when every problem disappears. The peace I give begins when you realize that I am with you even while the journey is still unfolding. There will always be moments in life where you do not know every answer. There will always be roads where the next step is visible, but the entire path remains hidden. This is not because I want you to live in confusion. It is because I am teaching you the beauty of walking with trust. If you could see everything ahead, you would depend only on what you see. But when you walk with faith, you learn to depend on me. My child, the unknown is not a place where I disappear. The unknown is a place where you discover how deeply I can guide you. Think about the many moments you once feared. Think about the situations you believed you could never overcome. Think about the nights when your thoughts told you that you would not have enough strength for another day. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still moving forward. That was not an accident. I was strengthening you in ways you did not recognize. I was giving you courage little by little. I was carrying you through moments when your own strength felt empty. My beloved child, never forget the victories that happened quietly. The world may only celebrate large achievements, but I see the battles no one else sees. I saw when you chose patience instead of anger. I saw when you chose kindness even after being hurt. I saw when you continued praying even when your heart was filled with questions. Those quiet victories matter. Those hidden moments are shaping who you are becoming. If this message reminds your heart that I have been guiding you all along, write, "God is leading my steps," and let those words become a reminder that your journey is not without direction. Stay with this message until the very end, my child, because sometimes the words you need most are the words that arrive when your heart chooses to remain open. My beloved child, I want you to understand something about the seasons that feel slow. You often think slow seasons mean nothing important is happening. You look for visible results, and when you do not see them, you begin to question your progress. But growth is not always loud. Healing is not always obvious. Transformation is not always seen immediately. Some of the greatest changes happen quietly. The heart becomes softer. The mind becomes wiser. The spirit becomes stronger. You may look the same on the outside, but inside, I am building something that cannot easily be shaken. My child, do not compare your hidden growth with someone else's visible success. You do not know the journey I have written for them, and they do not know the journey I have written for you. Comparison steals gratitude. Comparison creates pressure. Comparison makes you forget the blessings already placed in your hands. Look at your own path. Recognize your own growth. Celebrate the small steps. A small step forward with faith is still movement toward purpose. My beloved child, there are times when you ask why certain people did not stay in your life. You wonder why relationships changed, why connections faded, why some hearts that once felt close became distant. I know those moments hurt. I know letting go is not easy. But sometimes the people who walk with you in one season are not meant to continue into every season. This does not mean the connection had no value. It means every chapter has its purpose. Some people teach you. Some people strengthen you. Some people reveal lessons that prepare your heart for what comes next. Do not allow what ended to convince you that nothing beautiful will begin again. I am still bringing the right people, the right opportunities, and the right moments into your life according to the purpose I have placed within you. My child, protect your heart, but do not close your heart. Learn from pain, but do not become controlled by pain. Become wiser, but do not become colder. The world needs the love I placed inside you. The world needs the kindness that survived your storms. The world needs the light that has been growing through your journey. My beloved child, sometimes you underestimate the power of your own presence. You think you must do something extraordinary before your life matters, but small acts of love can create changes you may never fully see. A kind word can lift a tired soul. A moment of compassion can restore hope. A simple act of goodness can remind someone they are not alone. Do not wait until everything is perfect before you begin living with purpose. Purpose is not only found in large moments. Purpose is found in everyday choices made with love. The way you treat others matters. The way you continue after difficulty matters. The way you choose faith in uncertain seasons matters. My child, I am shaping you not only to receive blessings, but to become a blessing. The comfort you receive can help you comfort others. The wisdom you gain can guide someone else. The strength you discover can encourage another person who feels weak. Nothing in your journey is wasted when it is placed into my hands. The broken places can become places of healing. The painful chapters can become testimonies of hope. The difficult roads can become paths that help others find their way. If these words have touched your spirit today, comment, "Use my life for good," and let your heart declare that your story will become a source of light. My beloved child, as you continue forward, remember that you do not need to rush the process. Trust what I am doing. Trust the timing. Trust the lessons. Trust that even when you cannot see everything, I am still guiding everything. Do not let fear write your future. Do not let yesterday limit tomorrow. Do not let temporary struggles convince you that permanent blessings are impossible. I am still creating. I am still restoring. I am still moving. Walk with patience. Walk with courage. Walk with love. Every step you take with faith brings you closer to the person I created you to become. And when you look back one day, you will understand that I was present in every moment. I was there in the waiting. I was there in the healing. I was there in the becoming. My beloved child, continue forward. The journey is not finished. The light ahead is still calling you, and I will walk beside you through every step that remains. My beloved child, open your heart and receive what I am speaking to you in this moment, because there are seasons when you need to remember that your life is not measured only by what your eyes can see today. There are things happening beyond your understanding, movements of grace, preparation, and restoration that are quietly taking place even while you are wondering if anything is changing. You look at the outside and ask, when will everything become different? But I look within your heart and see the transformation that has already begun. You notice the doors that have not opened yet, but I notice the strength that has grown while you were standing in the hallway of waiting. You notice the prayers that are still unfolding, but I notice the faith that has been created through the journey. My child, do not underestimate what I am doing inside you. The greatest miracles are not always the ones people can immediately see. Sometimes the greatest miracle is a heart that still believes after disappointment. Sometimes the greatest miracle is a soul that still chooses kindness after experiencing pain. Sometimes the greatest miracle is a person who continues walking with hope, even when the road has been difficult. That miracle is happening within you. My beloved child, I know the thoughts that visit you in quiet moments. I know there are times when you ask yourself if you are truly making progress. You wonder if all the effort, patience, and prayers have meaning. You wonder if the small steps you take every day are leading anywhere. Listen carefully. A small step taken with faith is never meaningless. A small seed planted with patience can become something greater than you imagined. A small light shining in darkness can still guide someone home. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not ignore the quiet work happening within your spirit. The things that last are often the things built slowly and carefully. My child, when you wanted everything to happen quickly, I was teaching you to build deeply. When you wanted immediate answers, I was teaching you trust. When you wanted the destination, I was preparing you for the journey. Because I do not only care about where you arrive. I care about who you become when you arrive. If these words are reminding you that your process has purpose, write, "I believe God is working," and let this declaration strengthen your heart. Let it remind you that even unseen progress is still progress. Remain with this message until the end, my beloved child, because there are truths your soul needs to hear before you step into the next chapter waiting ahead. My child, there is something I want you to release today. Release the pressure of needing to understand everything before you trust. There are answers that become clear only after you continue walking. There are lessons you understand only after you have grown enough to receive them. When you are climbing a mountain, you cannot always see the view from the top. You only see the step in front of you. But every step is carrying you higher. Your journey is the same. You may not see the complete picture today, but keep walking. You may not understand every reason today, but keep trusting. You may not know how everything will come together, but keep believing. I am guiding more than you realize. My beloved child, remember that peace does not come from controlling everything. Peace comes from trusting the one who holds everything. You have spent many nights trying to solve things in your mind that were meant to be surrendered into my hands. You replayed conversations. You worried about possibilities. You carried tomorrow's concerns before tomorrow even arrived. But today, I invite you into rest. Release the thoughts that steal your peace. Release the fears that tell you everything depends only on you. Release the need to carry what was never meant for your shoulders. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to trust. My love is not limited by your ability to solve every problem. My beloved child, there is also something beautiful I want you to recognize. You are not the same person you were before. Sometimes you only see how far you still need to go, but I see how far you have already come. The things that once destroyed your peace no longer control you the same way. The situations that once broke your confidence have taught you wisdom. The storms that once frightened you have shown you that you can continue. You have grown. You have changed. You have become stronger. Do not ignore your growth simply because you are still growing. A flower does not reject itself because it has not fully bloomed. It continues opening little by little until the right time arrives. So be patient with yourself, my child. I am patient with you. My beloved child, there are gifts within you that are still unfolding. There are abilities, dreams, and purposes that have not fully appeared yet. Do not assume that because something has not happened, it never will. Some things are waiting for the right season. Some doors open only when preparation is complete. Some blessings arrive when your heart is ready to carry them with wisdom. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the hands that are guiding you. My child, never allow the opinions of others to become louder than the truth I have placed inside you. People may misunderstand your journey. They may judge a chapter without knowing the entire story. But I know every page. I know every tear. I know every silent battle. I know the strength it took for you to continue. You do not need everyone to understand you in order to walk in your purpose. Stay faithful. Stay humble. Stay close to me. My beloved child, your life carries more influence than you realize. The way you overcome difficulties can inspire someone else. The way you continue believing can encourage another heart. The way you choose love can bring light into places filled with darkness. Do not wait until you feel perfect before you allow your life to become meaningful. I can use your progress. I can use your growth. I can use your story. The cracks you wanted to hide may become the very places where light shines through. If this message has lifted your spirit today, comment, "My story is still being written." And let those words become a reminder that the final chapter has not arrived yet. My beloved child, walk forward knowing this. I have never stopped working. I have never stopped loving you. I have never stopped guiding your steps. The waiting has purpose. The healing has purpose. The journey has purpose. Continue with courage. Continue with patience. Continue with faith. One day you will look back and understand why certain roads changed, why certain things took time, and why I asked you to trust even when you could not see. Until that day, remember this. You are held. You are loved. You are being guided. And every step you take with me is leading you closer to the life I have prepared for you. My beloved child, listen carefully to what I am placing within your heart today, because there are moments in life when you stand between what has ended and what has not yet begun. You look behind and see the roads you have traveled. You look ahead and see uncertainty. You wonder if the next chapter will carry healing, if the promises you have held onto will unfold, if the prayers spoken in secret have truly reached me. My child, I want you to know this. Not one sincere prayer has disappeared. Not one tear has been unseen. Not one moment of faith has been ignored. The words you whispered when no one else heard were heard by me. The pain you carried when no one else noticed was seen by me. The hope you protected inside your heart, even when everything around you challenged it, was precious to me. You may forget some of the prayers you prayed years ago, but I have not forgotten them. You may think some dreams became too old, but I am not limited by the passing of time. You may believe certain doors can never open again, but I am the one who creates paths where you cannot see a way. My beloved child, your waiting has not been empty. Your patience has not been meaningless. Your journey has been forming something within you that comfort alone could never create. You wanted answers. I was creating wisdom. You wanted change. I was creating growth. You wanted the destination. I was strengthening you for the journey. Because, my child, a blessing received without preparation can become something you struggle to carry. But when your heart is prepared, what I place in your hands becomes a source of gratitude, peace, and purpose. Do not become discouraged because the process took longer than you imagined. A masterpiece is not created in a moment. A strong foundation is not built in a day. The things that carry lasting beauty are created with patience. And you, my child, are a beautiful work still unfolding. If these words remind you that your waiting has meaning, write, God's timing is perfect. And let this declaration strengthen your faith whenever impatience tries to enter your thoughts. Stay with this message until the end, because the words ahead are meant to remind you that even the seasons you questioned were never outside my care. My beloved child, I know there have been moments when you wondered why certain things were removed from your life. You held on to people, plans, and dreams because you believed they were necessary for your happiness. When they changed, you felt as if something important was taken away. But sometimes, what leaves your life is making room for what belongs in your next season. Sometimes the path changes, because I am leading you away from what would limit you. Sometimes the answer looks different, because I know what your heart truly needs. Trust me beyond what you see. Trust me beyond what you understand. Trust me beyond what you expected. My child, I do not remove without purpose. I do not redirect without love. I do not guide you away from something unless I am also guiding you towards something. There are blessings you once wanted that your current self now understands would not have brought peace. There are things you once cried over that you now realize protected you. This is why I ask you to trust. Because I see the full story. My beloved child, I also know the hidden battles you fight within yourself. The thoughts that tell you that you should have done more, achieved more, become more by now. The pressure that tells you that time is running away and you are falling behind. But listen to me. You are not behind when you are walking with me. You are not forgotten because another person reached a milestone before you. You are not failing because your journey looks different. Every life has its own rhythm. Every calling has its own preparation. Every flower blooms according to its own season. Do not compare the chapter you are living with the chapter someone else is showing. You do not know their entire story, and they do not know yours. Walk your path with faith. My beloved child, there are things inside you that I am still awakening. There are gifts that have not fully opened. There are dreams that are still being shaped. There are parts of your heart that are still discovering the courage to believe again. Be patient with yourself. Growth is still growth even when it is slow. Healing is still healing even when it happens little by little. Progress is still progress even when others cannot see it. I see it. I see the person you are becoming. My child, when you choose forgiveness instead of bitterness, I see growth. When you choose hope instead of giving up, I see courage. When you choose faith even while waiting, I see a heart that trusts me. Never think your small steps are unnoticed. My beloved child, I want you to begin looking at your life with new eyes. Instead of only asking what is missing, begin recognizing what has already been given. Notice the strength that carried you. Notice the lessons that shaped you. Notice the moments where grace appeared unexpectedly. Gratitude opens your heart to see blessings that worry tries to hide. When your heart becomes thankful, even ordinary moments become reminders of my presence. A peaceful morning, a kind word, a new opportunity, a moment of strength when you thought you had none. These are not small things, my child. These are reminders that I am near. If this message has touched your heart, comment, I receive this blessing. And allow your words to become a declaration that you are opening your heart to faith, healing, and new beginnings. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, also remember that when these words bring peace into your life, you can help this message reach another searching heart by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs encouragement today. You never know whose prayer may be answered through a simple act of sharing hope. My child, as you continue forward, carry this truth within you. The story is still unfolding. The promise is still alive. The work I began within you is still continuing. Do not surrender your hope because one chapter became difficult. Do not abandon your faith because one season required patience. Do not forget my goodness because one moment feels uncertain. I was with you in the seasons you understood. I was with you in the seasons you questioned. I was with you in the silence. And I am with you now. Continue walking, my beloved child. The road ahead contains more grace than you realize. The future carries moments you have not yet imagined. And step by step, I will continue leading you toward everything prepared for your life. My beloved child, listen with the deepest part of your heart, because today I want to speak to the places within you that have become tired from carrying questions without answers. I know there are moments when you continue moving forward on the outside, but inside you wonder how much longer you can remain strong. You wake up, you complete your responsibilities, you encourage others, and you continue walking, yet there are quiet places in your soul where you are still waiting for comfort. My child, I see those places. I see the emotions you do not explain. I see the thoughts you keep hidden. I see the moments when you ask silently if I truly understand what you are feeling. And my answer to you is this: I have always understood you more deeply than anyone ever could. Before your pain had words, I knew it. Before your tears fell, I saw them. Before your heart searched for hope, I was already reaching toward you. Do not believe that because a season has been difficult, you have been abandoned. Sometimes the seasons that feel the heaviest are the seasons where I am building the deepest strength within you. My beloved child, you often look for evidence of my presence in things changing around you, but I want you to also recognize my presence in what is changing within you. Look at how you have grown. Look at the wisdom you now carry. Look at the compassion that has developed through everything you experienced. You are not the same person who first entered the storm. You have learned. You have endured. You have discovered strength that you never knew was inside you. And through it all, I was walking with you. My child, remember this truth. The storm did not create your value. The storm revealed the strength I had already placed inside you. The difficult road did not remove your purpose. The difficult road helped uncover parts of your purpose that were hidden. If these words are reminding your heart that you are stronger than you realized, write, God is strengthening me, and let this become a declaration that you believe every season can be transformed in my hands. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because the words ahead are meant to renew your courage and remind you that what feels unfinished is still being completed. My child, I know there are times when you compare your journey with others. You look around and wonder why their answers arrived sooner, why their doors opened faster, why their path seems easier. But you are only seeing what is visible. You are only seeing a small piece of their story. Every person carries unseen battles. Every heart has hidden struggles. Every journey has private valleys. Do not use someone else's timeline to judge the beauty of what I am doing in you. A sunrise does not compete with the stars. The ocean does not compare itself with the mountains. Everything I create carries its own purpose, its own rhythm, and its own beauty. And so do you. My beloved child, your path was never meant to be identical to another person's path. The lessons prepared for you, the growth happening inside you, and the blessings being shaped for you are connected to the unique purpose I placed within your life. Walk your journey with peace. Walk your journey with patience. Walk your journey knowing that I have not overlooked you. There are things coming together that you cannot yet see. There are connections being prepared. There are doors being aligned. There are moments ahead that will remind you why you had to continue. My child, sometimes you think nothing is happening because you cannot see immediate results. But look at the most important things in creation. The strongest trees grow slowly. The most precious treasures are formed through pressure and time. Why would you believe that the beautiful work I am creating in your life must happen instantly? Allow the process. Trust the preparation. Believe that even slow steps are still carrying you forward. My beloved child, I also want you to release the fear of beginning again. There are times when you think a mistake, a failure, or a painful experience means your opportunity has passed. But I am the giver of new beginnings. A chapter ending does not mean the book is finished. A closed door does not mean there is no path. A difficult yesterday does not remove the possibility of a beautiful tomorrow. You are allowed to grow beyond what happened. You are allowed to become wiser. You are allowed to rise again. Do not keep yourself trapped in a place where I am trying to bring healing. My child, forgive yourself. Release the old weight. Let go of the words spoken against you that never represented the truth of who you are. You are not defined by the moment you fell. You are shaped by the courage you show when you rise again. My beloved child, there is still a light inside you. There is still a calling upon your life. There is still a reason why you are here in this moment. Do not allow temporary darkness to convince you that your light has disappeared. Even a small flame can break through a room filled with darkness. Even a small amount of hope can become the beginning of restoration. Protect that hope. Feed that faith. Continue choosing love. The world will often tell you to become harder because you experienced pain. But I am teaching you how to become wiser while keeping your heart open. Your kindness is not weakness. Your compassion is not a mistake. Your ability to love after difficult seasons is evidence of the strength growing within you. My beloved child, there will come a time when you look back at the things that confused you and see them differently. You will recognize lessons hidden inside challenges. You will recognize guidance in moments that once felt like delays. You will recognize that even when you did not understand, I was still working. Until that moment arrives, trust. Trust in the waiting. Trust in the changing. Trust in the becoming. If this message has brought hope into your heart today, comment, "I will not give up," and let those words remind your spirit that your journey is still filled with purpose. My child, continue forward knowing that you are never outside my care. When you feel weak, come closer. When you feel uncertain, listen for my guidance. When you feel tired, rest in my presence. You do not need to carry everything alone. You do not need to have every answer today. You simply need to keep walking with me. The same love that protected you yesterday is surrounding you today. The same grace that carried you through the past is preparing your future. My beloved child, believe this. Your prayers matter. Your journey matters. Your life matters. Keep your heart open, because the work I am doing within you is still unfolding, and what is ahead carries more hope than your fears have allowed you to imagine. My beloved child, listen to my words with a peaceful heart, because today I want to remind you of something that your worries often cause you to forget. You are not required to have every answer before you continue walking. You are not required to understand every turn in the road before you trust the journey. There are moments when you look ahead and feel uncertain because the entire path is not visible. But my child, I have never asked you to see the whole road. I have only asked you to trust the one who walks beside you. You often believe that peace will come when every question is answered, when every problem disappears, when every dream finally becomes reality. But I want to teach you a deeper kind of peace. A peace that remains even when circumstances are still changing. A peace that stands firm even while you are waiting. A peace that does not depend on perfect conditions because it is rooted in knowing that you are held by me. My beloved child, there were seasons when you thought you were losing direction, but I was guiding you through a path you did not recognize. There were moments when you thought nothing meaningful was happening, but I was arranging things beyond what your eyes could see. You saw closed doors. I saw protection. You saw delays. I saw preparation. You saw unexpected changes. I saw a new direction forming. There are many moments in life that only become clear when you look back. The things that once confused you become the things you finally understand. The situations that once broke your heart become the moments where you discovered strength, wisdom, and a deeper connection with me. My child, trust that I can use even what you did not choose. I can bring purpose from painful chapters. I can bring growth from uncomfortable seasons. I can bring light into places where darkness once remained. Nothing surrendered into my hands is wasted. If these words are touching your spirit today, write, I trust the journey. And allow that declaration to remind your heart that even when the road feels unclear, you are still being guided. Continue listening until the end, my beloved child, because there are words waiting that will help you release fear and remember the strength that has always been available to you. My child, I know there are times when your own thoughts become the heaviest place you live. You replay old moments, you question your choices, you imagine what could go wrong, you carry invisible burdens that slowly steal your peace. But today, I am inviting you to place those burdens down. You do not have to solve your entire life in one night. You do not have to fix every situation with your own strength. You do not have to carry tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. Take one step. Take one breath. Return your heart to this moment. I am already present in the future you are afraid of. My beloved child, the fear inside your mind often speaks louder than truth. Fear tells you that you are alone. Fear tells you that things will never improve. Fear tells you that your mistakes are too great and your dreams are too far away. But my voice speaks differently. I remind you that you are loved. I remind you that growth is still happening. I remind you that new beginnings are possible. Choose carefully which voice you allow to shape your heart. A thought filled with fear can make an open door look impossible. But a heart filled with faith can continue walking even before the door appears. My child, there is a strength inside you that you have not fully recognized. You discovered pieces of it every time life became difficult, and you continued anyway. Every time you rose after disappointment, strength was growing. Every time you chose kindness after being hurt, love was growing. Every time you continued believing while waiting, faith was growing. Do not ignore the quiet victories that brought you here. My beloved child, sometimes you ask me to remove every challenge from your path, but there are moments when I strengthen you as you walk through them. There are lessons you discover in valleys that prepare you for mountains. There is wisdom formed through experiences that cannot be gained any other way. The difficult season did not mean you were forgotten. The difficult season became a place where you discovered that my presence could reach you anywhere. Even there, even in uncertainty, even in silence, even when you did not understand. I was with you. My child, allow your heart to become softer, not harder. Do not let what happened to you remove the beauty I placed inside you. Pain may teach you lessons, but do not allow pain to become your identity. You are more than what you survived. You are more than what you lost. You are more than the chapters that hurt you. You are still becoming. My beloved child, the world may encourage you to hide your struggles, but I want you to understand that your story has power. The places where you were once broken can become places where others find hope. The battles you overcame can remind another soul that they can continue too. Your life can carry encouragement. Your words can bring healing. Your kindness can become an answer to someone else's silent prayer. Never think your journey has no value because it has not been perfect. I do not require perfection to create purpose. I create beauty through willing hearts. My child, today I ask you to walk forward differently. Walk without carrying the weight of yesterday. Walk without fearing every unknown tomorrow. Walk with trust that each step has meaning. The next chapter does not need your fear. It needs your faith. It needs your willingness. It needs your open heart. If this message has renewed your strength, comment, I walk with faith, and let those words become a promise to yourself that you will not allow fear to stop the journey prepared for you. My beloved child, remember this truth as you continue. You are not walking toward hope alone. You are walking with hope beside you. You are not searching for my presence in some distant place. I am already near. I was near when you cried. I was near when you questioned. I was near when you felt weak. And I am near now. Continue moving forward with courage. The things you do not understand today will not remain confusing forever. The seeds planted in faith will grow in their appointed time. Your story is still alive. Your purpose is still unfolding. Your heart is still being renewed. Trust me, my beloved child. The same hands that carried you through every yesterday are already preparing the grace you will need for every tomorrow. My beloved child, listen closely to the whisper I am placing within your soul today, because there are moments when your heart becomes tired from searching for signs, and you forget to notice the quiet ways I have already been speaking to you. You look for a loud answer, a sudden change, a powerful moment that proves everything is moving. But many times I arrive gently, through peace that cannot be explained, through strength that appears when you thought you had nothing left, and through small moments that remind you that you are never alone. My child, do not ignore the quiet miracles. Do not overlook the small blessings. Do not believe that because something is not dramatic, it is not meaningful. Every breath you take is evidence that your story continues. Every new morning is a reminder that another page is waiting to be written. Every moment you choose hope instead of surrendering to fear becomes a victory within your soul. I know the world often celebrates what is large and visible. It praises success that everyone can see. It honors achievements that others recognize. But my child, I see what happens in secret. I see the invisible battles. I see the quiet choices. I see the strength it takes to keep your heart soft in a world that has given you reasons to become hard. I saw when you forgave even though it was difficult. I saw when you continued loving after disappointment. I saw when you kept believing even when your prayers seemed unanswered. Those moments mattered. Those moments shaped you. Those moments revealed the beauty growing inside you. My beloved child, there have been times when you questioned yourself because others did not understand your journey. You wondered if you were moving too slowly. You wondered if your progress was enough. You wondered if the small steps you were taking even mattered. But listen to me carefully. A small step in the right direction is still progress. A quiet act of faith is still powerful. A hidden season of growth is still growth. Do not allow the world's measurements to decide the value of what I am building within you. If these words remind you that your journey has meaning, write, "My life has purpose," and let this declaration become a reminder that you are not forgotten and you are not walking without direction. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because the words ahead are meant to strengthen your heart and help you recognize the blessings that are already surrounding you. My child, I know there are moments when you feel tired from waiting. You wonder why certain things take time. You wonder why the dreams placed in your heart require patience. You wonder why some seasons seem longer than expected. But remember this: the most valuable things are rarely created instantly. A strong tree takes years to grow. A beautiful sunrise follows the darkness of night. A precious character is shaped through many experiences. I am not rushing your story because I am creating something deeper than temporary happiness. I am creating lasting strength, wisdom, compassion, and faith. You asked for a blessing. I am preparing you to carry it. You asked for a new beginning. I am preparing your heart to enter it. You asked for open doors. I am preparing you to walk through them with wisdom. My beloved child, do not become discouraged by preparation. Preparation is not punishment. Waiting is not rejection. Silence is not abandonment. I have been with you through every stage. When you felt uncertain, I was guiding. When you felt weak, I was strengthening. When you felt unseen, I was closer than you realized. My child, sometimes the greatest transformation happens when you stop fighting against the season you are in and begin asking what this season is teaching you. Every chapter carries something. Some chapters teach patience. Some chapters teach courage. Some chapters teach forgiveness. Some chapters teach you how deeply you are loved. Do not waste today by only wishing for tomorrow. There are blessings in this moment too. There are lessons here. There is growth here. There is purpose here. My beloved child, I also want you to remember the power of gratitude. A thankful heart begins to notice gifts that a worried mind overlooks. When you only focus on what is missing, you forget to recognize what has already been provided. Look around you. Look within you. Remember how many moments you thought you would not survive, yet here you are. You have overcome days that once felt impossible. You have grown through situations that once confused you. You have continued forward when stopping felt easier. That is not a small thing. My child, celebrate the strength that has carried you this far. Celebrate the healing that has already begun. Celebrate the person you are becoming. There is still more ahead, but do not forget to be grateful for the progress already made. My beloved child, I know there are dreams inside you that still feel distant. There are hopes you keep protected because you are afraid of disappointment. But do not allow yesterday's pain to steal tomorrow's possibility. Open your heart again. Believe again. Hope again. Allow yourself to imagine a future touched by grace. Fear will tell you to expect nothing so you cannot be hurt. But faith invites you to trust that beautiful things can still unfold. My child, you were not created only to survive. You were created to live with purpose, love, and a heart connected to something greater. Your kindness matters. Your presence matters. Your story matters. There are people you will encourage simply because you continued. There are hearts that will find hope because they see what you overcame. Do not hide your light because of the darkness you experienced. The light is even more powerful because it survived. If this message has awakened hope within you today, comment, "I believe greater things are ahead," and let these words become your reminder that the future is still held in loving hands. My beloved child, as you continue walking, remember that I am not only waiting for you at the destination. I am with you during every step of the journey. I am with you in the questions. I am with you in the waiting. I am with you in the growth. Keep trusting. Keep learning. Keep opening your heart. The chapters ahead will reveal things you cannot yet imagine, and one day you will understand that every step, every lesson, and every season was gently leading you toward the purpose prepared for you. Walk forward, my beloved child. Your story continues. Your hope remains alive, and I am still guiding you with love that never ends. My beloved child, listen with a calm and open heart, because today I want to speak to the part of you that has been waiting for reassurance. I know there are moments when you look at your life and wonder if the road you are walking is truly leading somewhere meaningful. You see unfinished dreams, unanswered questions, and situations that are still changing, and sometimes your heart whispers, "Am I moving forward or am I standing in the same place?" But my child, I want you to understand that progress is not always measured by movement that others can see. Sometimes the greatest steps happen within you. Sometimes the greatest victories are not the doors that open around you, but the fears that lose their power inside you. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough is not a sudden change in your circumstances, but the moment your heart finally learns to rest and trust. I have been working there, in the hidden places, in the quiet moments, in the parts of your heart that no one else knows. You thought I was only preparing the blessing, but I was also preparing you. My beloved child, there were seasons when you wanted me to remove the difficulty immediately, but I was teaching you that you had strength beyond what you realized. There were moments when you asked for the storm to disappear, but I showed you that peace could exist even while the storm was still passing. Because true peace is not the absence of every challenge. True peace is knowing you are not facing those challenges alone. My child, remember how many things you once worried about that you have already overcome. Remember the nights when you thought the weight was too heavy, yet somehow you found strength for another day. Remember the moments when you believed you had reached your limit, yet grace carried you further. That was not by accident. I was with you. I was holding you. I was guiding you even when you could not recognize my hand. If this message reminds your heart that you have never been alone, write, "God walks with me," and let those words become a declaration that you will continue forward with faith instead of fear. Remain with this message until the end, my beloved child. because there are reminders ahead that will help your spirit find peace and help you recognize the purpose hidden within your journey. My child, I know there are things you still wish you could change. There are memories you revisit and moments you wish had happened differently. There are chapters of your life that you sometimes look at with sadness. But I want you to stop looking at yourself only through the eyes of regret. You were learning. You were growing. You were becoming. Do not judge your past self with the wisdom your present self gained through experience. The lessons you carry now came from the roads you walked before. Every step became part of your growth. Every season became part of your becoming. My beloved child, I do not define you by the moments when you struggled. I see the courage it took to continue after those struggles. I see the heart that kept searching for light. I see the person who continued standing after seasons that tried to break your hope. You are not the mistake. You are the soul learning from the journey. You are not the broken chapter. You are the story still being written. My child, allow yourself to receive the same compassion that you give so freely to others. You encourage others when they fall. You remind them they can rise again. You speak kindness into their pain. Now allow yourself to hear those same words. You can rise again. You can heal. You can begin a new chapter. My beloved child, there is something powerful that happens when you stop fighting who you were and begin accepting who you are becoming. You stop wasting your strength carrying shame, and you begin using that strength to walk toward purpose. The past can teach you, but it does not have to control you. The pain can shape wisdom, but it does not have to steal joy. The difficulty can become part of your testimony, but it does not have to become your identity. My child, I'm still creating beauty within your life. Even from the pieces you thought were impossible to restore. Even from the moments you thought were too damaged. Even from the dreams you placed aside because you were afraid to believe again. Do not limit what can happen because of what has happened. A new season can grow from unexpected places. A new beginning can arrive after a difficult ending. A new strength can rise after a moment of weakness. My beloved child, trust the process of renewal. Trust that what is being rebuilt inside you has value. Trust that the person emerging from this season carries wisdom, compassion, and a deeper understanding of love. You are becoming someone who can bring comfort because you know what pain feels like. You are becoming someone who can encourage because you know what discouragement feels like. You are becoming someone who can carry hope because you understand what it means to search for it. Nothing surrendered into my hands is meaningless. My child, do not hide the story that shaped you. There will be someone who needs the hope that grew through your experience. There will be someone who needs to hear that they can survive their difficult season too. Your journey can become a light. Your healing can become encouragement. Your growth can become a reminder that transformation is possible. If these words have brought peace to your heart, comment, "My life is being restored," and allow this declaration to remind you that the work happening inside you is still continuing. My beloved child, as you step forward, do not carry fear about what is ahead. The future may be unknown to you, but it is not unknown to me. Walk with courage. Walk with patience. Walk with a heart ready to receive. The doors meant for you will open at the right time. The lessons meant for you will prepare you. The strength you need will arrive along the way. Do not believe that you must become perfect before your purpose can unfold. I work through willing hearts, growing hearts, and honest hearts. Continue choosing love. Continue choosing faith. Continue choosing hope. My beloved child, I have been with you through every chapter, and I will remain with you through every chapter still to come. The journey ahead is not empty. The future ahead is not forgotten. The story ahead is still filled with possibilities you cannot yet see. Rest your heart. Trust my timing. Keep walking forward, because every step you take with faith is bringing you closer to the beautiful purpose that has always been waiting within my plan for you. My beloved child, pause for a moment and allow these words to settle deeply within your heart, because I know there are places inside you that have been waiting for comfort. There are thoughts you have carried quietly, dreams you have protected silently, and questions you have asked when no one else was around. I know the parts of your journey that others never witnessed. I know the battles that happened behind your smile, and I know the strength it required for you to keep moving forward when your heart felt tired. My child, never believe that your quiet moments are invisible to me. I saw the days when you encouraged others while needing encouragement yourself. I saw the nights when your mind was filled with questions, but you still chose to hope. I saw the moments when giving up seemed easier, yet something inside you whispered to continue. That whisper of hope was not meaningless. That strength was not an accident. You were being carried even when you did not realize it. My beloved child, many times you have looked at your life and focused on what still needs to change. You noticed the unanswered prayers, the unfinished dreams, and the areas where you wished things were different. But today, I want you to also recognize how much has already changed within you. Look at the wisdom you carry now. Look at the patience that has grown. Look at the compassion that became deeper because of what you experienced. You prayed for a different situation, but I was also creating a different strength inside you. You asked me to open new doors, but I was preparing you to walk through those doors with a stronger heart. You asked me for blessings, but I was teaching you how to carry blessings with gratitude. My child, the process was never without purpose. The waiting was never empty. The lessons were never wasted. Every season placed into my hands can become part of something greater. If these words remind you that I am still shaping your life, write, God is preparing me, and let this declaration become a reminder that your current chapter is not the end of your story. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because every word is meant to strengthen your spirit, restore your hope, and remind you that the journey ahead still carries beautiful possibilities. My child, there are times when you wonder why the path has not been easier. You ask why certain things required so much patience, why some answers took longer than expected, and why some roads included challenges you never planned. But remember this truth. A strong foundation is created before a beautiful structure rises. Deep roots grow before a tree stands tall. A heart prepared through faith becomes able to carry what is coming. I do not allow preparation because I have forgotten you. I allow preparation because I love you enough to strengthen you before the next season arrives. My beloved child, there are blessings you once asked for that you were not ready to receive. There were opportunities you desired before your heart had gained the wisdom needed to protect them. There were paths you wanted to enter before you understood your own value. So I guided you. I taught you. I helped you grow. Not because you were lacking worth, but because your purpose deserved preparation. My child, never confuse preparation with rejection. A delay is not always denial. A closed door is not always loss. A waiting season is not always emptiness. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is direction. Sometimes it is love working in ways you cannot immediately understand. My beloved child, I want you to release the fear that time is running out. You look at years, dates, and moments, and you wonder if you have missed something important. But I am not limited by the timelines that create anxiety in your heart. What is meant to grow can still grow. What is meant to bloom can still bloom. What is meant to arrive can still arrive. You are not too late for the purpose placed within you. The experiences you have walked through did not remove your calling. They prepared you to understand it more deeply. My child, do not look at your scars only as reminders of pain. Look again and see evidence that healing happened. Look again and see proof that you survived. Look again and recognize that the places where you were wounded became places where strength was formed. The storm did not erase you. The difficulty did not defeat you. The valley did not become your final home. You continued. You grew. You rose again. My beloved child, there are people who need the light that has been created through your journey. They do not need a perfect story. They need a real one. They need to know that hope can survive difficulty, that peace can return after pain, and that a heart can heal even after seasons of heaviness. Your kindness has purpose. Your testimony has purpose. Your life has purpose. Do not hide what I am restoring inside you. Let love flow through your actions. Let hope be seen through your choices. Let peace speak through the way you live. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, if these words have brought encouragement to your soul, share this message. Open your heart to receive it fully and allow another person who may be silently struggling to find the same hope that has reached you today. If this message speaks to your spirit, comment, "My purpose is alive," and let those words become a declaration that you believe your journey is still being guided. My child, continue forward with confidence, not because every question has been answered, but because you know who walks with you. When the road changes, I am with you. When the season shifts, I am with you. When the future feels uncertain, I am already there. Do not fear what comes next. Do not allow yesterday to define tomorrow. Do not forget that new beginnings can appear in ways you never expected. My beloved child, your story is still unfolding. The work happening within you is deeper than you realize. The love surrounding you is greater than your fears. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Everything that was placed into my hands, with faith, is being cared for. Your prayers are remembered. Your growth is seen. Your future is held. And step by step, I will continue guiding you into the life prepared for you. My beloved child, pause for a moment and allow these words to settle deeply within your heart, because I know there are places inside you that have been waiting for comfort. There are thoughts you have carried quietly, dreams you have protected silently, and questions you have asked when no one else was around. I know the parts of your journey that others never witnessed. I know the battles that happened behind your smile, and I know the strength it required for you to keep moving forward when your heart felt tired. My child, never believe that your quiet moments are invisible to me. I saw the days when you encouraged others while needing encouragement yourself. I saw the nights when your mind was filled with questions, but you still chose to hope. I saw the moments when giving up seemed easier, yet something inside you whispered to continue. That whisper of hope was not meaningless. That strength was not an accident. You were being carried even when you did not realize it. My beloved child, many times you have looked at your life and focused on what still needs to change. You noticed the unanswered prayers, the unfinished dreams, and the areas where you wished things were different. But today, I want you to also recognize how much has already changed within you. Look at the wisdom you carry now. Look at the patience that has grown. Look at the compassion that became deeper because of what you experienced. You prayed for a different situation, but I was also creating a different strength inside you. You asked me to open new doors, but I was preparing you to walk through those doors with a stronger heart. You asked me for blessings, but I was teaching you how to carry blessings with gratitude. My child, the process was never without purpose. The waiting was never empty. The lessons were never wasted. Every season placed into my hands can become part of something greater. If these words remind you that I am still shaping your life, write, "God is preparing me," and let this declaration become a reminder that your current chapter is not the end of your story. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because every word is meant to strengthen your spirit, restore your hope, and remind you that the journey ahead still carries beautiful possibilities. My child, there are times when you wonder why the path has not been easier. You ask why certain things required so much patience, why some answers took longer than expected, and why some roads included challenges you never planned. But remember this truth. A strong foundation is created before a beautiful structure rises. Deep roots grow before a tree stands tall. A heart prepared through faith becomes able to carry what is coming. I do not allow preparation because I have forgotten you. I allow preparation because I love you enough to strengthen you before the next season arrives. My beloved child, there are blessings you once asked for that you were not ready to receive. There were opportunities you desired before your heart had gained the wisdom needed to protect them. There were paths you wanted to enter before you understood your own value. So I guided you. I taught you. I helped you grow. Not because you were lacking worth, but because your purpose deserved preparation. My child, never confuse preparation with rejection. A delay is not always denial. A closed door is not always loss. A waiting season is not always emptiness. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is direction. Sometimes it is love working in ways you cannot immediately understand. My beloved child, I want you to release the fear that time is running out. You look at years, dates, and moments, and you wonder if you have missed something important. But I am not limited by the timelines that create anxiety in your heart. What is meant to grow can still grow. What is meant to bloom can still bloom. What is meant to arrive can still arrive. You are not too late for the purpose placed within you. The experiences you have walked through did not remove your calling. They prepared you to understand it more deeply. My child, do not look at your scars only as reminders of pain. Look again and see evidence that healing happened. Look again and see proof that you survived. Look again and recognize that the places where you were wounded became places where strength was formed. The storm did not erase you. The difficulty did not defeat you. The valley did not become your final home. You continued. You grew. You rose again. My beloved child, there are people who need the light that has been created through your journey. They do not need a perfect story. They need a real one. They need to know that hope can survive difficulty, that peace can return after pain, and that a heart can heal even after seasons of heaviness. Your kindness has purpose. Your testimony has purpose. Your life has purpose. Do not hide what I am restoring inside you. Let love flow through your actions. Let hope be seen through your choices. Let peace speak through the way you live. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, if these words have brought encouragement to your soul, share this message. Open your heart to receive it fully and allow another person who may be silently struggling to find the same hope that has reached you today. If this message speaks to your spirit, comment, "My purpose is alive," and let those words become a declaration that you believe your journey is still being guided. My child, continue forward with confidence, not because every question has been answered, but because you know who walks with you. When the road changes, I am with you. When the season shifts, I am with you. When the future feels uncertain, I am already there. Do not fear what comes next. Do not allow yesterday to define tomorrow. Do not forget that new beginnings can appear in ways you never expected. My beloved child, your story is still unfolding. The work happening within you is deeper than you realize. The love surrounding you is greater than your fears. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Everything that was placed into my hands, with faith, is being cared for. Your prayers are remembered. Your growth is seen. Your future is held. And step by step, I will continue guiding you into the life prepared for you. My beloved child, listen closely because I want these words to reach beyond your thoughts and settle deep within your spirit. There are moments when you feel that life has taken you through roads you never expected. There are moments when you look at the journey behind you and wonder why certain mountains were placed before you, why certain storms lasted longer than you hoped, and why some answers arrived differently than you imagined. But my child, I want you to understand that even the paths you did not choose have never been outside my reach. I have been with you through every unknown road. I have been beside you through every silent battle. I have been guiding you even through seasons when you could not see my hand. You looked at the difficulty and wondered if something was ending, but I looked at your heart and saw something new beginning. You saw a challenge, but I saw growth. You saw a delay, but I saw preparation. You saw a closed chapter, but I was already preparing the pages that would come next. My beloved child, sometimes the greatest transformation happens in the very seasons you wish you could skip. You ask for strength, But strength is often discovered in moments when you must continue despite uncertainty. You ask for courage, but courage grows when you take steps even while fear tries to speak. You ask for deeper faith, and faith grows when you choose to trust before everything becomes visible. Do not reject the process that is helping you become stronger. Do not hate the season that is teaching you wisdom. Do not believe that a difficult chapter means your story cannot become beautiful. My child, I create beauty in places others overlook. I bring hope into places where people only see endings. I bring restoration into situations where the heart believes nothing can change. There is no part of your journey too broken for my love to touch. There is no season too dark for my light to enter. There is no dream placed in my hands that I have forgotten. If these words remind you that your story is still being written, type, "I believe in my new beginning," and let this declaration become a sign that your heart is choosing faith over the fear of the unknown. Continue listening until the end, my beloved child, because there are still words waiting that will help you recognize your worth, your strength, and the purpose that continues to unfold within your life. My child, I know there have been moments when you questioned your value because of what happened to you. You allowed rejection, disappointment, or mistakes to speak louder than the truth I placed inside you. But hear me clearly. You are not less valuable because someone failed to recognize your worth. You are not without purpose because one plan changed. You are not forgotten because one season became difficult. Your identity was never meant to be built on temporary circumstances. Before the world knew your name, I knew you. Before anyone saw your potential, I placed gifts within you. Before you achieved anything, you were already loved. My beloved child, stop trying to earn a love that has already been given. Stop exhausting yourself trying to prove that you matter. Stop measuring your worth by things that can change overnight. Your achievements may change. People's opinions may change. Your circumstances may change. But my love for you remains. When you understand this, you begin to walk differently. You no longer chase every voice seeking approval. You no longer allow every criticism to destroy your peace. You learn to stand firmly because you know who you are. My child, you are still growing, and growth requires patience. Do not become frustrated because you are not yet where you want to be. Every person you admire also had a process. Every strong tree was once a small seed. Every beautiful sunrise begins after a period of darkness. Allow yourself to become. Allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to heal. I am patient with your journey, so learn to be patient with yourself. My beloved child, I see the effort you think no one notices. I see the small improvements. I see the quiet decisions to become better. I see every time you choose peace instead of anger, forgiveness instead of bitterness, and hope instead of giving up. These choices are shaping you. These choices are transforming you. These choices are creating a foundation for the life ahead. Never believe small acts of faith are meaningless. A small light can guide someone through darkness. A small seed can become a great tree. A small step can begin a completely new journey. My child, the world often tells you that bigger is always better, but I want you to recognize the beauty of faithfulness in small moments. The way you love others matters. The way you continue trying matters. The way you keep your heart open after difficult seasons matters. Nothing done with love is wasted. My beloved child, there will be moments ahead when you must choose between fear and faith. Fear will remind you of everything that went wrong before. Fear will tell you to protect yourself by never hoping again. But faith will remind you that your past is not your prison. Faith will remind you that healing is possible. Faith will remind you that new chapters can still be written. Choose faith. Choose hope. Choose the courage to believe again. My child, do not close your heart because of temporary pain. The same heart that experienced sadness is also capable of experiencing joy again. The same life that carried difficult moments can also carry beautiful blessings. You have not seen everything that is prepared ahead. You have not experienced every moment of happiness waiting for you. You have not met every person who will bring kindness into your journey. Continue forward. If this message has strengthened your heart today, comment, "I choose hope today," and let those words become a reminder that you are stepping into the future with trust. My beloved child, remember that you are not walking toward your purpose alone. I am walking with you. I am guiding your steps. I am preparing your heart. When you feel uncertain, return to peace. When you feel tired, rest in my presence. When you feel afraid, remember how many times you have already been carried. Your story is not finished. Your growth is not complete. Your purpose is still alive. Every season you have walked through has brought you here, and every step ahead will continue shaping you into who you were created to become. Trust the journey. Trust the timing. Trust that even now, in ways you cannot see, I am working. My beloved child, keep going. The road ahead still holds light. The future still carries hope. And I will remain with you through every moment yet to come. My beloved child, listen carefully, because there is something I want to awaken inside your heart today. There are moments when you forget how far you have already traveled, because you are focused only on how far you still have to go. You look toward the dreams that have not arrived, the answers that have not appeared, and the doors that have not opened yet, and you begin to wonder if your progress truly matters. But my child, I want you to look again, not with eyes of fear, but with eyes of understanding. Look at the person you are becoming. Look at the strength that has grown inside you. Look at the wisdom that was created through every season you survived. You are not standing where you once stood. You are not the same person who first entered those battles. You have grown in ways that cannot always be measured. You have learned lessons that cannot always be seen. You have developed a deeper heart through everything you have walked through. My child, do not ignore your transformation simply because you are still waiting for completion. A flower does not criticize itself because it is still opening. A sunrise does not lose its beauty because it has not yet reached the highest point in the sky. A journey does not lose its meaning because the destination has not arrived. Every step matters. Every lesson matters. Every moment of faith matters. My beloved child, I know there have been days when you questioned whether your efforts were enough. You wondered if the small choices you made truly created a difference. You wondered if anyone noticed the times you chose patience instead of anger, forgiveness instead of resentment, and courage instead of surrender. I noticed. I saw the moments no one celebrated. I saw the battles no one knew existed. I saw the strength it took for you to keep your heart open when pain tried to close it. Never believe that hidden faithfulness is forgotten. The seeds planted quietly can become the most beautiful gardens. If these words remind you that your growth has meaning, write, God sees my journey. And let this declaration remind your heart that nothing you have walked through has been invisible. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because the words ahead are meant to remind you that every chapter, even the difficult ones, can become part of something greater. My child, there is something important I want you to understand about the moments that changed you. You often look back and only see the pain of certain seasons. You remember what you lost. You remember what did not happen. You remember the disappointment. But I want to help you see another side. Look at what you gained. Look at the strength that appeared. Look at the wisdom that was formed. Look at the compassion that grew. Some lessons came through roads you would not have chosen, but even there I was creating something meaningful. My beloved child, I never wanted your pain to define you. I never wanted your struggles to become the name you carry. I wanted you to discover that even in the hardest places, hope could still rise. Your scars are not proof that you were defeated. They are reminders that you survived. They are reminders that healing is possible. They are reminders that your story continued. My child, do not spend your entire life asking why the storm came and forget to recognize that you made it through the storm. You are still here. Your heart is still beating. Your purpose is still alive. There is still more ahead. There is still more love to experience. There are still more blessings to discover. There are still more moments where you will look around and feel grateful that you never gave up. My beloved child, sometimes you believe that a new beginning must arrive loudly. You expect a sudden moment where everything changes at once, but many times, new beginnings start quietly. They begin when you decide to believe again. They begin when you forgive. They begin when you release what has been holding your heart captive. They begin when you take one small step forward, even though the whole road is not clear. Do not underestimate small beginnings. A small choice made today can create a completely different tomorrow. My child, there are things I am still teaching you. There are places inside your heart where I am still bringing healing. There are gifts within you that are still being uncovered. Do not rush what is sacred. Do not force what requires patience. Do not abandon what is growing simply because it has not fully bloomed. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the love that is guiding you. My beloved child, I know the world often pushes you to move faster, achieve faster, and prove yourself faster. But a life built only on pressure eventually becomes exhausted. I am inviting you into a different way. A life built on peace. A life built on purpose. A life built on trust. You do not need to run endlessly trying to become worthy. You already carry worth. Now learn to live from that truth. My child, when you understand your value, you begin to treat yourself and others differently. You stop competing with every person around you. You stop seeing another person's blessing as your loss. You begin celebrating goodness wherever it appears because you know there is enough grace for every journey. Your path is yours. Your timing is yours. Your purpose is yours. Walk it faithfully. My beloved child, the kindness you carry is needed. The lessons you learned are valuable. The love that survived your hardest seasons can bring comfort to others. Do not hide your light because you think it is small. Even a small light can guide someone who is surrounded by darkness. Even a simple word of encouragement can become the answer someone prayed for. Even your story can remind another heart to continue. If this message has touched your soul today, comment, "My light will shine." And let these words become a promise that you will not hide the goodness being created within you. My child, as you continue forward, remember that you do not walk alone. Every unknown road ahead is already known by me. Every tomorrow that worries you is already held within my care. Release the fear. Release the pressure. Release the belief that you must have everything figured out today. Take the next step with faith. Take the next step with courage. Take the next step knowing that you are guided. My beloved child, your journey has not been perfect, but it has been meaningful. Your road has not always been easy, but you have never walked it alone. Continue believing. Continue growing. Continue becoming. The work happening within you is beautiful, and one day you will look back and understand that every step was leading you closer to the purpose prepared for your life. I am with you now. I will be with you tomorrow. And my love will continue guiding you through every chapter still waiting to unfold. My beloved child, listen to the gentle truth I am speaking over your life today, because there are moments when your heart becomes overwhelmed by everything you are trying to understand. You look at the many pieces of your journey, the unexpected changes, the unanswered questions, and the dreams that are still waiting, and you wonder how everything could possibly come together. But my child, what appears unfinished to you is not unfinished in my hands. You see scattered pieces. I see a greater picture. You see moments that seem disconnected. I see a story being formed with purpose. There are chapters in your life that did not make sense while you were living through them, but later you discovered they taught you something important. There were roads you did not choose that brought wisdom you never expected. There were changes you resisted that eventually guided you toward growth. My child, this is why I ask you to trust beyond what you can see. Your understanding is based on the present moment, but my vision reaches beyond every season. I see the doors ahead. I see the lessons being formed. I see the strength that is growing inside you while you are wondering why the process is taking time. Do not believe that because something is difficult, it cannot become meaningful. Do not believe that because something is delayed, it has been denied. Do not believe that because you cannot see the answer, I am not working. My beloved child, some of the most beautiful things begin in hidden places. The seed beneath the ground does not see the garden that is coming. The night does not see the sunrise that is approaching. The heart that is healing does not always recognize how much restoration is already happening. But growth continues. Light approaches. Healing unfolds. And I am working within you. If these words remind you that your story is still in my hands, write, "I trust what God is doing." And allow this declaration to strengthen your faith in moments when your eyes cannot yet see the outcome. Stay with this message until the end, my beloved child, because there are still reminders waiting that will bring courage to your heart and help you continue walking with peace. My child, I know there are moments when you become tired of being strong. You have carried responsibilities, expectations, and emotions that others may never fully understand. You have been the person who encourages others while quietly needing encouragement yourself. But I want you to remember this. You do not always have to appear strong before me. You do not have to hide your tiredness. You do not have to pretend that everything is easy. Come as you are. Bring me the honest feelings. Bring me the quiet worries. Bring me the burdens you have carried alone for too long. My love does not disappear when you are weak. My presence does not leave when you have questions. My care for you does not depend on your ability to hold everything together. My beloved child, true strength is not pretending that you never struggle. True strength is knowing where to bring your struggles. It is allowing yourself to receive peace instead of constantly carrying pressure. You are not created to live every day fighting invisible battles alone. You are created to walk with me. You are created to receive love. You are created to experience the rest that comes from trust. My child, there are worries you have carried that belong in my hands. There are fears about tomorrow that have stolen peace from today. There are thoughts about what could happen that have kept you from noticing the blessings already surrounding you. Return to this moment. Return to gratitude. Return to peace. The future you fear is already known by me. My beloved child, I also want you to remember that your life has influence beyond what you realize. You may think your small acts of kindness do not matter. You may think your quiet faith does not affect anyone. You may think your journey is ordinary. But you do not see everything I see. You do not see the person who felt encouraged because of your words. You do not see the heart that found hope because you continued. You do not see the lives touched by the love you chose to share. Small acts done with great love create waves that travel further than you know. My child, never underestimate what I can do through a willing heart. You do not need to have everything perfect before your life carries meaning. You do not need to have every answer before you encourage someone else. You do not need a flawless story before your story can bring hope. Sometimes the most powerful encouragement comes from someone who understands what struggle feels like and still chooses faith. My beloved child, the things you walked through have given you compassion. The seasons that tested you have given you understanding. The moments that stretched you have revealed strength. Allow those things to become a blessing. Let your healing bring hope. Let your lessons create wisdom. Let your journey become a light. There are people searching for the very encouragement that your story can provide. My child, do not allow fear to silence what I have placed within you. Fear will tell you that you are not ready. Fear will tell you that you are not enough. Fear will remind you of every reason to stay where you are. But faith speaks differently. Faith says take the next step. Faith says growth is possible. Faith says your life still carries purpose. Choose the voice of faith. My beloved child, every new season requires courage. Sometimes courage does not look like a great action. Sometimes courage is simply waking up and choosing hope again. Sometimes courage is forgiving. Sometimes courage is believing that something beautiful can still happen. I see those moments. I honor those steps. I walk with you through them. If this message has encouraged your heart today, comment. I will keep moving forward. And let these words become a reminder that your journey continues with hope. My child, as you move toward everything ahead, remember that you are not walking into an empty future. You are walking into a future where I am already present. Do not carry yesterday's fear into tomorrow's possibilities. Do not allow old pain to close new doors. Do not allow temporary struggles to erase eternal hope. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep trusting the process. The same love that found you in your hardest moments will remain with you in the beautiful moments still to come. My beloved child, I have never stopped guiding you. I have never stopped caring for you. I have never stopped working within your story. Continue forward with peace. The road is still unfolding. The light is still shining. And step by step, I am leading you into everything prepared for your life. My beloved child, listen carefully to the words I am placing before you now, because your journey has brought you to a place where you must remember who you truly are. You have walked through many seasons, carried many emotions, faced many questions, and survived moments that once felt impossible. Yet through every chapter, through every mountain and every valley, you were never outside my sight. There were moments when you wondered if you were strong enough. There were moments when you wondered if your prayers were reaching me. There were moments when you wondered if your life was still moving toward something meaningful. But my child, look at where you are today. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still growing. That is not without purpose. The storms that tried to stop you did not have the final word. The disappointments that tried to close your heart did not erase the love within you. The seasons of waiting that tested your patience did not destroy your faith. You continued. You learned. You became stronger. My beloved child, sometimes you only notice what you lost, but I want you to also recognize what was formed within you. The difficult seasons produced understanding. The lonely moments taught you how precious true connection is. The waiting seasons showed you that your strength was deeper than you imagined. Nothing placed into my hands becomes meaningless. I can use every chapter. I can restore every wounded place. I can bring new life into places where you thought nothing could grow again. My child, do not look at your scars with shame. They are not reminders that you were defeated. They are reminders that you endured. They are reminders that healing has touched places that once carried pain. A heart that has healed can bring comfort. A soul that has overcome can bring encouragement. A person who has walked through darkness can recognize the value of light. Your journey has not removed your purpose. It has prepared you to understand your purpose more deeply. If these words remind you that your life still carries meaning, write, "My journey has a purpose," and let this declaration become a reminder that everything you have overcome is becoming part of a greater story. Stay with this message until the very end, my beloved child, because the words ahead are meant to help you walk into your next season with courage, peace, and a heart full of trust. My child, there is something important I want you to release before you move forward. Release the fear that tells you your best days are behind you. Release the thought that because something did not happen before, it cannot happen now. Release the belief that one painful chapter has the power to decide the rest of your story. The past has taught you, but it does not own you. The past shaped lessons, but it does not control your future. You are allowed to grow beyond yesterday. You are allowed to discover new beginnings. You are allowed to believe again. My beloved child, every morning arrives as a reminder that renewal is possible. The darkness of night does not prevent the sun from rising. The storms of yesterday do not stop the beauty that can appear tomorrow. So why do you believe one difficult season can stop everything I am preparing? There is still more ahead. More wisdom. More healing. More moments where you will look back and understand why continuing was worth it. My child, I know trusting can feel difficult after disappointment. When you hoped before and felt hurt, your heart learned to protect itself. You began expecting less because you believed it would prevent pain. But a closed heart cannot fully receive what is coming. Allow yourself to open again. Slowly, gently, with wisdom. Hope again, not because everything has always been easy, but because I am still with you. My beloved child, your courage is not found in never feeling afraid. Courage is found when you continue walking while trusting that fear does not control the final outcome. You have already shown courage many times. Every time you started again. Every time you forgave. Every time you chose kindness. Every time you whispered a prayer, even when your heart was tired. Those were moments of courage. Those were moments of faith. Those were moments when your spirit was becoming stronger. My child, I want you to understand that the life ahead is not only about receiving blessings. It is also about becoming a blessing. Everything you have learned can become a light for others. Every lesson, every moment of growth, every piece of wisdom can help someone who is walking through a season you once experienced. Your story can remind someone not to quit. Your words can bring peace. Your kindness can restore hope. Do not underestimate the influence of a heart that has been transformed. My beloved child, many people are searching for something real. They do not need perfection. They need compassion. They need understanding. They need someone who carries hope even after experiencing difficulty. That is why your journey matters. The road you walked was not meaningless. The lessons you gained were not only for you. The healing happening inside you can flow outward and touch others. My child, continue choosing love in a world where many choose bitterness. Continue choosing patience in a world that rushes. Continue choosing faith even when others only look at circumstances. The quiet light within you matters. The peace you carry matters. The kindness you share matters. If this message has strengthened your spirit today, comment, "I will carry the light," and let these words become your promise that you will continue walking with hope and purpose. My beloved child, as you prepare for the chapters ahead, remember that you do not need to know everything before moving forward. You only need to trust that you are guided. The next season may look different from what you imagined, but different does not mean wrong. Sometimes the most beautiful paths are the ones you never planned. Sometimes the greatest blessings arrive in ways you never expected. Sometimes the answers you receive are greater than the ones you originally requested. Keep your heart ready. Keep your faith alive. Keep your spirit open. I am still creating. I am still restoring. I am still leading. My child, when you feel uncertain, remember how far you have already come. Remember the moments you thought would break you, but instead revealed strength. Remember the times when you thought you were alone, but discovered you were being carried. You have never walked without my presence. Not then, not now, not in the future waiting ahead. My beloved child, continue forward with peace. The road is not finished. The story is not complete. The final pages have not yet been written. There is still hope to discover. There is still love to experience. There is still purpose unfolding. Walk with courage. Walk with trust. Walk knowing that every step taken with faith is leading you closer to everything prepared for your life. I am with you always, my child. Through every season. Through every change. Through every tomorrow still waiting to arrive. My beloved child, listen carefully to this final message and allow every word to enter the deepest places of your heart, because I want you to remember this truth as you continue forward. Your journey has never been without meaning. Every step you have taken, every tear you have cried, every prayer you have whispered, and every moment when you chose faith over fear has been seen. There were times when you believed you were walking through life unnoticed. There were moments when you wondered if your efforts mattered, if your kindness mattered, if your quiet battles mattered. But my child, nothing done with a sincere heart disappears before me. I saw the moments when you kept going even though your strength felt small. I saw the moments when you gave love even while your own heart needed healing. I saw the moments when you continued believing even without seeing the full picture. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were never walking alone. My beloved child, I know that life has brought you through seasons you did not expect. Some roads were beautiful and some roads were painful. Some chapters brought joy and some chapters brought lessons. But every season that you placed into my hands became part of the greater work I was doing within you. You looked for changes around you, but I was creating transformation inside you. You looked for open doors, but I was preparing your heart to enter them. You looked for answers, but I was teaching you to recognize my voice. The journey was never only about reaching a destination. It was about becoming the person I created you to be. My child, look back for a moment, not with regret, but with understanding. Look at everything you have survived. Look at the storms that did not defeat you, Look at the moments when you thought you had nothing left, yet somehow strength appeared. That strength was not an accident. That hope was not meaningless. That courage was growing within you one step at a time. If these words have touched your heart and reminded you that your story is still held in my hands, write, Amen. I trust your plan. And let this declaration become a testimony that your faith remains alive. My beloved child, as this message continues, do not leave before receiving the final reminders your heart needs. Stay until the end and allow these words to strengthen the places inside you that have been waiting for peace. My child, I want you to release the weight you were never meant to carry into your next season. Release the fear that says nothing will change. Release the regret that keeps pulling you backward. Release the doubt that tells you your prayers have been forgotten. You cannot fully receive a new chapter while holding tightly to every pain from the old one. Give those burdens to me. Give me the moments you cannot understand. Give me the memories that still hurt. Give me the future that feels uncertain. You do not have to carry everything alone anymore. My beloved child, understand this. Letting go does not mean that what happened did not matter. Letting go means you are trusting that your future can become greater than your past. The difficult seasons taught you, but they do not own you. The painful moments shaped you, but they do not define you. The closed doors redirected you, but they did not remove your purpose. Your life is still moving forward. My child, there is still beauty waiting for you. There are still moments that will bring joy to your heart. There are still blessings you have not experienced, people you have not met, and opportunities you have not discovered. Do not allow yesterday's disappointment to close your heart to tomorrow's possibilities. Hope again. Believe again. Dream again. The story is not over. My beloved child, I know there are times when you feel small in a world that seems so large. You wonder if your presence truly makes a difference. You wonder if your life has an impact. But remember this. A single candle can bring light into darkness. A single word of kindness can restore someone's hope. A single act of love can become an answer to a prayer you never heard. Never underestimate what I can do through a willing heart. Your life has purpose beyond what you see. The lessons you learned can guide others. The healing you received can encourage others. The hope that remained inside you can become a light for others who are searching. My child, continue carrying love into the world. Continue choosing compassion. Continue becoming a reflection of the goodness growing within your heart. You do not need to be perfect to make a difference. You only need to be willing. My beloved child, every chapter ahead will have moments of learning and moments of growth, but never forget who walks beside you. When the road feels easy, I am there. When the road feels difficult, I am there. When everything feels clear, I am there. When questions remain, I am still there. My presence does not depend on your circumstances. My love does not disappear during your struggles. My guidance does not leave when the path changes. You are held through every season. If this message has brought peace, strength, and hope into your spirit, comment, I will walk with God, and let your words become a reminder that you are stepping forward with faith, courage, and trust. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, if these words have helped you feel hope again, share this message with someone who feels tired, someone who is waiting for an answer, or someone who needs to remember that they are not alone. Your simple action may bring light into a heart that has been silently asking for encouragement. As you leave this message today, carry this truth with you. You are loved beyond your understanding. You are guided beyond what your eyes can see. You are stronger than the storms you have faced. You are not the pain you survived. You are the life that continued after it. My child, keep walking forward. The road ahead may not reveal everything at once, but every step taken with faith matters. When fear speaks, remember my love. When doubt appears, remember how far you have come. When the journey feels long, remember that I am walking with you. Your prayers are heard. Your heart is known. Your future is held. My beloved child, this is not the ending of your story. This is the beginning of a deeper journey with me. Continue with peace. Continue with hope. Continue with faith. I was with you yesterday. I am with you today. And I will remain with you through every tomorrow. Walk forward, my child. The light is still shining. The promise is still alive. And my love for you will never end.